it's time to leave my bed. It's 3:30 and now I have to go to get enough fresh up. It's completely dark and very chill here. It's 4 a.m. and now I will take a short starting break for the coffee and then start for the preparation. So I'm starting with molecular biology, and for studying molecular biology I have my college book, that is of J.K. Avasthi, and then I also prefer molecular biology to read a synopsis with GKP, GATE, and zoology, and then I also prescribe a third book to get a mismatch, that is a very famous book of S.K. Verma, Biotech, Biochemistry and Plant Physiology. There is some portion of enzymes that usually help in the process of replication and many molecular process. So they are totally covered in biotech. So I will start my molecular biology with combining with these three books. Let's start. So just done with molecular biology, and today's topic was RNA classification and subclassification. Here I also prepare just a short note for revising the whole summary from here. So to do a quick revision for the topic. And now it's time for developmental biology. It's the glimpses of the morning and I'm in a 10 minutes break. Oh, it's the street. Oh. Just let go back to a study schedule. It's 6:10 a.m. and now it's time for plant physiology. I'm preparing plant physiology with this my college book of third edition. It is by S.B. Agarwal. So today's topic is factor affecting photosynthesis. Let's do it. So now I have finished with my plant physiology and have completed the topic, that is for today, factor affecting photosynthesis, from my course book, and then from a refresher, that is just from here to here. Okay, and then I just mismatched my course book for getting a deep knowledge of light, specifically the factor that is light, limiting factor, and CO2 along with. So I just use this plant physiology book by S.K. Verma, Mohit Verma. It's very specifically for plant physiology and biotech. So I just use to mismatch it. My course book. Now it's 7 a.m. and it's the glow of morning. Sun is not yet rise, and I'm on my roof. After taking just 10 or 15 minute break, I will back to my study. It's 7:15 and now I have to start with. For starting with developmental biology or embryology, I just prefer to complete topics from my old zoology book, that is by V.K. Tiwari V.K. Singh. It's of my first year, and it prescribe a complete shortage for that we need actually for the embryological perspective. So here it is from here. So I have to complete this portion for my Csir Net. I'm just mismatching it with this book, a fresher book by V. Subhadra Devi. This book is also very good. I have completed few chapters from this book, and I will use this as a mismatch pair for this. This topic is cleavage. So here I have completed the cleavage portion for the developmental biology or embryology from this way, and I also have complemented the cleavage with a revision, especially revision from this book. It's more about human cleavage pattern. I just totally focus on the mammalian embryonic development during cleavage. And I also have a small study for the high-ratidity form mole. High-ratidity form mole. It is very important in the point of view of the diseases or pathogenic point of view. So it's done with embryology. Now it is 8:16 and now I will start with cell bio. So for preparing cell biology, I'm starting this book from the first topic to the first topic of cell bio. So the topic is a detailed structure of prokaryotic cell, which are common bacteria and cyanobacteria. Let's finish it. So I have done with my topic, that is the structure of a bacterial cell, and along with cyanobacteria and PPLO. So it's time for immunology. It's 9:30 a.m. and now I'll start with immunology. So for the slot 2 and the second subject, I am at my roof, and for immunology I used to read this book. This is from Subhash Chandra Pariza. It is very important book and very essential book for the basics plus advanced level for preparing microbiology of those students who do not belong to microbiology background or who are savvier individual from zoology or botany. So start. So I have done with my today's topic of immunology, that is introduction to immunity, types of immunity, and mostly the innate immunity or the native immunity. So I have covered its mechanism and types of innate immunity and the physiological barrier, anatomical barrier. Along with it, I also have covered some points like the full mechanism of inflammatory responses and the microbes antagonism. So ये ख़त्म हुआ and अब टाइम हो गया है 10:30 एंड 10:30 से मुझे प्रिपेयर होना है अपने लेक्चर के लिए जो कि मेरे स्कूल में है. सो फ्रॉम 11 a.m. I will start my lecture in my school. So now I just come from the school after taking my lecture, and now we will start our schedule. So let's begin. It's 12:55 and now I will start with the basic biology that I have to cover. For this slot, I usually prefer to read this book thoroughly from page to page because I'm also preparing for the TET examination of grade 1. So it's of class 11th, part 2nd by BB Arora. So I have done with my additional work, and the topic was historical approach to photosynthesis and the discoverers, all the scientists. So it takes just an hour to summarize or remember the names of all scientists. And now it's 2 p.m. and it's time for a quick rest. So अभी जस्ट मैंने ट्यूशन क्लासेस ली थी 11th की फ्रॉम 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. और अब मैं अपने गार्डन में आ गया हूँ. गार्डन तो नहीं है बट एक छोटा सा मेरा एक तरह से मैं बोल सकते हैं क्वेश्चन है, जहाँ पे अब मैं अपने छोटे छोटे प्लांट्स को अभी जस्ट मैंने ग्रो किया है और मैं इनको वाटर दे रहा हूँ. और 5:30 से आई विल अगेन स्टार्ट माई शेड्यूल. देन तब तक के लिए मैं अच्छे से इनको प्लांट को फोटो दे दूँ और आप लोग ध्यान रखें, आप भी कुछ ना कुछ जल्दी से ग्रो करें. It's 6 p.m. and now it's time to study the fourth and last slot. So for animal physiology, I usually read this book from MTG publication. It's all about need, but it also encodes a lot that can easily match with the net level. So I just use this book for animal physiology. After this, I mismatch it with Medical Physiology by D. Venkatesh. It is also a very precious book for competing with the topics. So let's start. So the topic is to complete human endocrine system apart, which include hypothalamus, and pituitary gland, correlations, hormonal regulation. Okay, yeah. And I also want to cover pineal gland and thyroid gland. Let's see, I will do or not. That's done for today. Let's start. So now I have completed the whole topics of hypothalamus and the master gland, that is the pituitary gland. I have completed this chart also because it is very important to clarify which are the hormones secreted by adenohypophysis. After that, the neurohypophysis hormones and their chart. So it's done for the today topic. It's 8:30 and now it's time for ecology. Let's start. So it's time to start with ecology. So for ecology, I used to prefer this book. This is final year book of zoology. Its second paper is all about animal ecology and applied ecology. It's economic zoology. So this only single portion of ecology I have to cover. I also like to merge it with the second year botanical ecology or the plant ecology from my second year book. Here, it's here. Second paper, plant ecology, biodiversity and phytogeography. So let's start with this. So today's topic is biodiversity. I will try my best to finish this this chapter, but let us see how much I can deal with this. So it is lot to deal with. Let's do it. So I have done with ecology and the topic has been completed. And now it's time to say I should to ecology. It's 9:45 and it's time for plant pathology. Let's start. For studying plant pathology, I usually use this book, that is of unique publication. It is very important book for all the CSE aspirant who wish to opt botany as their optional subject. It is a very good interesting material. So plant pathology portion is quite up to date. Let's start. And wait a minute. Today's topic is the diseases of wheat that I have to cover up. Wait a minute, I will show you. It is the rust of wheat. Rust of wheat, the pathogen and its life cycle. I have to finish this. Actually, it's a half-hour topic, so I will donate only half hour to it. From here to here, life cycle. Let's start. It is 10:30 and I have completed the topic rust of wheat and its life cycle of Puccinia graminis, Puccinia striformis and Puccinia recondita. So it's end of the first day full schedule and all the tasks. Okay, so it's time to just take off all the tasks that I have completed today. So it's my task book. So first of all, for the date 13, molecular biology, we have finished this task. Plant physiology also, developmental biology, cytology, immunology, biology basics, animal physiology, ecology, plant pathology. So today's topic are completed. Just a high five.